We've all been there. One little shitty thing happens and we spiral into a pit of negativity. Maybe you just got a text, or someone canceled plans, or something didn't go your way, and all of a sudden your whole day is ruined. Before you know it, you're trapped in this emotional whirlpool and drowning in self-doubt and negativity and frustration. But hopefully there's comfort in knowing that you're not alone. So many of us are walking through life half asleep, completely unaware of how much control we actually have over our emotions. We think we're at the mercy of every little thing that happens to us, but in reality, that's not the case at all. You can break free from this spiral. Once you wake up to the choices that you have in every moment, everything changes. So we've all been there. You're going about your day and everything's just fine. And then all of a sudden, say you get stuck in traffic. You start to get super frustrated. You feel your body reacting, your blood pressure rising, your muscles tensing up. Oh, you're going to be late. And all of a sudden, anger hits. And your brain goes on autopilot with questions like, why does this always happen to me? Or I'm such an idiot, I should have just left earlier. Your mood, your thoughts, your energy, it's all just pulled downward. And you just let one bump in the road ruin your whole day. But here's the thing. Most of us don't even realize when we get caught in these emotional spirals. We think we're just reacting to life. But what's really happening is we're letting life happen to us without ever checking in with ourselves. We are not awake. We're sleepwalking through these moments, getting swept away by our emotions without even realizing we have the power to change course. So how do we avoid this? It all starts with becoming aware. Awareness is everything. When you catch yourself starting to feel that emotional rise of negativity, when you notice the negative self-talk started to kick in, you've already taken the first step. Most of us go through life completely unaware of this internal dialogue that's talking to us all the time. That's on autopilot, and it's running the show. We don't see the power that we're giving away to these fleeting emotions and thoughts. But once we become aware, once we see the spiral starting, suddenly you realize, I don't have to go on this ride. You don't have to let that one negative thought or emotion sweep you away into the storm of doubt. You have a choice. And by learning to spot this and consciously making a different choice, you take control of your emotions instead of the other way around. Awakening is all about introspection and taking a look inside yourself from a different perspective. You're watching yourself. You're seeing a version of you starting to have these reactions. And once you learn to do this, you can't unsee it. When you're awake, you start to realize that in every situation, no matter how big or small, you have a choice. You can choose how to respond. You can choose what thoughts you give power to. You can choose to pause, to breathe, and to ground yourself. Instead of letting that internal emotional turmoil snowball into something that it didn't need to be. Let's go back to the traffic example. So you're stuck in traffic, you're going to be late. You're starting to get super frustrated. Pause, take a breath, and recognize your frustration. And you name it. You call it out. You can literally say, I see myself getting frustrated. And ask yourself, do I want to let this ruin my entire day? Because here's the thing. Frustration is a normal human emotion. It's not the enemy. The enemy is that we allow that frustration to become us. And we let it dictate how we treat ourselves and how we treat everyone else throughout the rest of our day. Instead, you can choose to breathe and accept what's happening, like we've talked about with Stoic philosophy, and shift your focus. Maybe you put on your favorite playlist, or you listen to an audiobook, or you call a friend that you've been meaning to talk to for a while. Or you know what? You can even take this moment to practice patience. Suddenly, you're not a victim of the situation anymore. You put yourself in control. And once you start making these conscious choices, your entire life starts to shift. You're no longer walking through life reacting to every little thing that happens to you. You're responding from a place of awareness and intention. And you begin to realize your emotions are not in control of you. You are in control of them. And once you experience this, once you truly wake up to the power of your choices, you can't go back. You start to notice when those old patterns start to creep in, and instead of getting caught up, you make a new choice. And over time, those new choices lead to a new way of living. One that's more peaceful and joyful and fulfilling, and one that's more aligned with the person that you are truly meant to be, the version of your best self. This kind of self-awareness can truly have an impact on every area of your life, on your personal and emotional self-growth, on all of your relationships, in your work situations, in your overall mental health. Because instead of getting swept away by emotions and self-doubt, we can start approaching situations and challenges with clarity and calm. And when you approach problems with clarity in a calm way, you're no longer controlled by external circumstances, because we start to see we've always had the power to shift our mindset, to shift our mood, and to shift our response. It's really super profound that opens up so much more space for positive energy and self-compassion and self-growth. And here's the beautiful part. Once you're awake and once you've tapped into that awareness, you start to realize that every single moment is an opportunity to choose again. I've said so many times that your past doesn't define you, and now you have the choice to choose a different thought, choose a different response, to create a different outcome. So the next time you find yourself caught up in an emotional spiral, whether it be frustration or sadness, self-doubt, pause and take a breath. Take one step back emotionally from the situation and catch yourself. Literally ask yourself the question, is this how I want to feel? And if your thoughts are out of control about other people or what might be happening, ask yourself, is this the story that I want to believe? And then remember, you have a choice. You always have a choice. If this resonates with you, I challenge you to try this today. Anytime you start to feel any negative emotion, stop and just take a mental step back and breathe. And don't let yourself get swept away in that emotion. Make a conscious decision to respond differently and see how it changes your day. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or want to share your experience, please do so in the comments below. Also, feel free to share this if you think it might benefit anyone else. Because when you and the people in your life start to have this growth in emotional intelligence and introspection, it truly changes all of your relationships for the better. I'm so excited to continue this journey of awakening together. Let's keep talking and learning and wake up to live our very best lives, to become the very best versions of ourselves, one conversation at a time. You have got this. The power to change is in your hands. I can't wait to hear how it transforms your life. If you want to hear more, check out the next video.